Well, in the first video that I posted about the Action 3, there was very little footage, I know. I wanted to talk mostly about the fact that it's the 1 plus the 2, and here we are. So today we're taking this first spin and making hopefully a full vlogging test of the DJI Action 3. And one of the things that many people, or at least I've seen a few videos complaining about the Action 3, is that it's soft. I am very curious to see how this will come out. I had the bad experience of having a faulty unit of the Action 2. So to me, so far, the Action 3 is working and looking just fine. I can't tell you if it's as sharp or less sharp than a GoPro, because I don't own one, but this has been okay. I'm really curious also because Tamara Gabriel just released a video about some sample footage. She mentioned that she has reached out to DJI about the softness issue and that she's got a beta firmware update. And it's going to be very interesting to see if for her that solves some of the issues or the image is a bit less soft. The stabilization is brilliant. This thing is pocketable. Next question for vlogging is audio. And that I'm curious because today it's kind of windy. Right now I'm holding the camera pretty close to me, which means that hopefully it sounds okay. As you can see, I have been using the DJI mic, and if you're wondering if I'm using the receiver, the answer is no. If this is sounding okay enough, the question is why to use external microphone. And here the reason is that sometimes you might want to have the camera farther away. So for instance right now, this was in my pocket, so sorry I was not happy to see you. It was this logging stick, so I'm gonna put it right under it and I'll get some distance. Oops. This may be a little bit exaggerated, but sometimes you might want this kind of field up here with the horizon balancing. And the question is the sound of the camera usable right now, because that's what you're hearing? Or is the sound from the DJI mic, which is right here on my chest, now a much better option? And that's why. And sometimes you might want to put the camera somewhere, film yourself while talking farther away. This is an excellent option, and because it records on its own, you can forget about the receiver, because I don't want to use it, really. Especially now, I'm doing this, I'm bringing it a little bit closer, still at the end of the selfie stick. This is a decent framing for the camera. If I know I have to stop this because he decides to poop, and I have to pick his poop, I want to put this on my pocket. If the receiver of the DJI mic is attached to this, I'm gonna be a little bit worried. Plus, it's open to the elements because you have to take the hinge off, as we saw some moments ago. So, this is a good solution. And of course, if now was still raining, this goes to the pocket and I rely on the internal microphones. So hopefully it's okay. All in all, I'm liking very much the pocketability of the Action 3, the DJI microphone, and the selfie stick that comes with the adventure combo for vlogging in situations that you might want to pull the camera from your pocket, put it back. I don't need a ton of background separation with blurry background. Let's take out the A7 IV for that if I ever have the need. But I couldn't take that camera while taking this baby boy out. So the Action 3, definitely an excellent option for this kind of situation. Is it better like the Action 1 and the Action 2? Yes, mostly because of the reasons that I described in the video when I was talking about the Action 3 being the sum, or 1 and 2. This is the sun. Okay, it's gone. Right now the autumn is full-fledged here in Finland, which means that we see the sun maybe a few hours a week. It's been raining, not constantly, but a lot, so everything is muddy. It's lovely to go back inside of the house with the dog. But today the sun has decided to come out, which might make today's footage a little bit nicer than it would have been without the sun, because these cameras, let's be honest, they are not low light beasts. I still think that they are good enough. All in all, by the way, I have been enjoying the DJI mic quite a bit. I think that in the last video I posted talking about log footage, that's the one I used indoors. I was a little bit in a hurry, so that was one thing less to set up, because usually I have a Rode boom arm with a small condenser microphone plugged into the Zoom F3, etc. But I just had the DJI mic straight into the A7 IV, and it sounds definitely good enough. In the videos indoors, I prefer to not have things hanging from my chest, but in a pinch, it's a useful thing. One thing I'm curious though, are you a user of action cameras for vlogging purposes? I also have the ZV-1, which I like very much, and it does some things much better than the Action 3, and some things much worse than the Action 3. From a practical standpoint, it's a totally different kind of beast. It is pocketable, but much less pocketable. The new ZV-1F, it has also a fixed focal length, which some people seem to have an issue with, and yet we're okay with action cameras having fixed focal length, so those two might compare with each other. Would be nice to test one. I don't think I'm gonna get it. But yeah, do you use action cameras for vlogging? And which is your favorite? And why is it the GoPro 11? That seems to be the conclusion from most people, and I think this is mostly based on that sharpness issue. As said, I'm not that worried or that concerned. If I want sharpness, I'm gonna take my A7 IV and do something with it. To have this in my pocket, this is brilliant. And now that I'm wearing the DJI mic on my chest, it doesn't matter where the camera is pointing, the sound should remain constant and the same, and hopefully it's nice. Same here, now I'm changing the angle totally. I am not speaking towards the camera. If we put the audio from the camera, how does it sound? Ready? So now this is the audio from the camera with my hand. Let's stretch it a little more. Audio from the camera with an overstretched arm and overstretched vlogging pole with me not looking at the camera, and now the same audio but from the microphone on my chest, and that's why I think it's useful. I had to check that it's recording, but fortunately there's a small LED that confirms or not that it's recording, and it is, so we're good. Ready? Psst, psst. Let's go. Ready? Uh-huh. Mikä siellä on? Ja, mennään. Hap. This obviously is practical. The other feature of this camera compared to the Action 1 that I'm loving for vlogging purposes is the front screen being a touch front screen. And as I said before, it's almost as big as the Action 2. I can definitely frame myself, I can see all the settings, and I can modify the settings from here, which makes it really practical. And we gain the back screen being big and proper, which we do not get in the Action 2. It sounds like I'm trying to convince myself of this being a good purchase. And let's be honest, this is what most video reviews are for, to have confirmation bias of a product that you have already purchased or that you have already decided to purchase, and then you're looking for people that do enjoy it and people that have use cases similar to yours, and therefore the strong points that made them decide to purchase the equipment are the same points that will make you purchase the equipment, confirming your already made decision. So, if you're going to be walking in the woods in Finland with a dog in the autumn and trying to talk to the camera, the combination of DJI Action 3 and the DJI mic, it's something that I can definitely recommend. And because today there's very little people out, I've been talking more than usually. Maybe it's time to close down this video, hoping that you have enjoyed it and liked it. And we're gonna see you soon for some more content, because I need to get home and wipe up the mud out of the paws of my dog, and hopefully my shoes are not filled with it also. And now the sun is gone. I hope we see it again before April. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we're gonna see you soon for some more content.